forth, and it was a great series. I was happy with it, and I was happy that the Astros won.
Well, I just had the realization last night as we were watching it. Sometimes, it's not very often that I sit back and wonder, where did these mascot names come from?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking, I had another one a couple months ago, and I clicked and I go, oh, that's why they're named that. Astros. You know why they're named that?
I don't.
Houston, we have a problem. Astronauts. Astros.
Oh, okay. I get it.
There you go.
Makes sense.
I know.
Sense.
I don't know why my mind went there as I was watching the game, but no, I was really glad to see them. When I believe that they've been an organization for 56 years, first World Series win. So very well deserved. You know, it was a great series to watch. I even enjoyed watching part of it. Now, I hope
you don't like watching sports.
I don't. You know, I like it in small doses.
Exactly.
I like the competition. I like the big games and everything when it kind of comes down to the end because it's over. But
it's the whole process of getting there.
I would be willing to donate some money today to help that redheaded Dodger cut that mangy hair and that nasty old beard.
You know, I made the comment yesterday when we were watching it. I don't know how he can play with all of that on his face and his hair too. It's under the, I don't know, but hey, everybody gets
to
used
each
to
his
it.
own, and a lot of them, especially your baseball players, major traditions. And if you wore this T-shirt that day or those socks that day, you better do it or you're going to break that streak. So they're really set into some of those rituals. So, but hey, if it works for them, it works for them. I'm sure there might be some happy wives today and girlfriends.
Did you see the one that the Astro fan proposed to her on live TV?
No.
Oh, I saw it on. I don't know which one it is. I have to actually go back and see what his name was. But they were interviewing him, and his fiance or his soon-to-be fiance was right there, and he was talking, and he pulls out this ring, and they pan over to her, and he gets down on one knee and proposes to her right there, and I was laughing because it says they both got a ring that night.
Okay, I heard a teaser this morning to that effect, but I didn't know what it was about exactly.
Yeah, no, one of the Astro players got down on one knee and proposed to his girlfriend, and she said yes.
Well,
so
it's always, there's a little bit of that bittersweetness too when you're not at home for your big win.
I know.
There were 17,000 people at the stadium in Houston that were watching, and you know they're going to have one heck of a parade.
Oh yeah, definitely. And that's why it's sad that they weren't at home, because even when there was some Astro fans there.
There were, but little pockets of orange.
Yeah, not very many.
Among a sea of blue.
Exactly. And so they're celebrating, and they're trying to get everybody to celebrate with them, but they're not at home, so they don't have that. So it was kind of sad, but it's okay, because like you said, they're taking a win back to Houston, and Houston needed that after everything that went on. So
that's right. They've had a rough year, so let's hope they can move on with a little positivity and happiness. Again, probably some sad Blue fans today.
Yes.
But you know what? It's all it's about the sport of the game, and it was a really good season overall. Our Diamondbacks made it pretty far. We were excited for that. They played hard.
Next year, I think is going to be fantastic.
Next spring, 2018, it's going to be our year.
Did you see the Facebook post right after the end of the World Series? It's the Diamondbacks posted it something like who can't wait for spring season 2018 coming up, and it was funny because it was right as the World Series ended, and we're excited.
Well, I have to admire and respect the production people because they have the little elements in place. It was 37 seconds after it ended, and they had the spot up. And I know they do pre-production on a lot of it where they have the graphics ready to go.
Yeah.
But because you know, like the T-shirts, they have a bunch made for whoever is going to win, and then they just pull them out. And they popped in some of the actual clips from them cheering right as they knew that they had won at that point, and then incorporated that in. So that's for those of us who work in the industry where you have to deal with working on the fly.
Exactly.
They have to do the video. We just have the audio.
Audio is much easier than video.
It is. Now our Facebook Live is up and working. Thank you on the camera, Miss WTF Anita, for running that for us today. Yes. If you have any questions or comments, you can always mention them on there or give us a call at 782-4321. Now, you need to get your texting fingers ready. We have several opportunities today.
Lots of giveaways.
All right, the first giveaway that we have, and we're only going to tell you one time. Get ready to go. We have tickets for the Kansas Band. It's a tribute to Kansas at Cocopah Casino tomorrow night. You do have to be at least 21 to win, and these tickets are valued at, what did we decide, Anita?
$30.
$30. All righty. All you have to do is text the keyword WIN, W-I-N, 2-928-343-0993 by the end of the show. So you have 53 minutes as of right now. Get those entries in, and we will pick one winner at random. Again, that is Kansas Band Tribute to Kansas tomorrow.
Yes, and we actually have a giveaway going on our Z93 and Outlaw Country Facebook page. If you go there, you'll see an entry to win a pair of tickets to see One Drop. Stay Rad Entertainment and Ricky's Other Place presents One Drop this coming Friday with special guests Jesse James and Roz Jarge. Both Jesse and Roz Jarge are some of our local monsters, so we love to promote them any chance that we get, but we do have tickets to give away. The show is coming up this Friday at 8 p.m. at Ricky's Other Place. It is a 21 and older show, and tickets are $12 a piece on entry, so the value of the pair is $24. All you need to do is go to D93 and Outlaw Country's Facebook page, and you'll see the picture there, and it'll prompt you to comment, and we will be picking some winners later on today.
For those, we will select the winner, I believe, at 1 p.m.
Okay, 1 p.m. today, because you do need a chance to come pick up the tickets before the show tomorrow. Again, the show is tomorrow at Ricky's Other Place, and if you unfortunately may not win the tickets, you can always get tickets at Ricky's Other Place and Jimmy D's. Again, those are $12 a piece.
There are so many different events taking place right now. You have to kind of coordinate, especially your weekends, so you can pop in and enjoy a little bit of everything.
Yes.
Well, today is November 2nd, like I mentioned, and today is Dia de los Muertos, correct?
Yes, today is.
All right, today is also, you know what, I don't know.
You didn't change it, did you?
I did update my days. Well, we have a birthday today, a very special birthday. She is a dear friend of mine, an absolute sweetheart. Mary Kofsky is celebrating her birthday today.
Mary, happy birthday.
And I don't think we have any other family birthdays today. Tomorrow, I have two cousins on tomorrow. My Uncle Jerry is the 4th. Mine's the 5th, along with my Uncle Butch. The 6th is my cousin Christine.
Oh, my goodness.
And I believe, I get a little mixed up because Cousin Billy's birthday, I think, was the 7th or 8th, and then his mom was a week later. My mom and my cousin Brenda were the 9th. We jump a ways, and my sister's on the 21st.
My mother-in-law is either the 21st or the 22nd. I think she's 22nd.
I think, well, no, she might be the same as Chrissy. My sister. I don't remember.
It's either the 21st. I know she's going to kill me, but it's either the 21st or the 22nd, one of those days.
But again, it's already November for 2017, and that means how many weekends until Christmas?
7.
Not enough?
7. I think it's 7.
It's 7, yeah. No. I do, real quick, I do have a couple birthdays as well. The wonderful Britney Hatcher. I want to wish you a very happy birthday, and a long time family friend. They're like family to us. Lenore Gill, I want to wish you a very happy birthday. They've, ever since I can remember, her and her family have been around, and her kids and me, we all grew up together. Now we all have families. Longtime friend of the family again, Lenore and Brittany. We want to wish you a happy birthday as well.
And I have our national days.
Okay, there we go.
It's National Ohio Day. We have lots of friends in Ohio. National Deviled Egg Day.
Okay.
I don't mind a good deviled egg.
Me either.
At a picnic or a gathering. Now this is one that probably won't mean a lot to a lot of people, but it's near and dear to me because it's what I've done for so many years. In addition to my other duties, today is National Traffic Directors Day.
Oh, really?
And envision your traffic coordinator or director out on a street telling cars where to go. In radio and TV, you traffic commercials. And you decide where they go, and you have to place them accordingly. And they started.
It's not an easy job to do.
They started doing this probably about 14 or 15 years ago. So I like that we have our day for that.
Yes.
And it's also, okay, how many of us can get behind this? National Men Make Dinner Day. Must cook, no barbecue allowed, and it's recognized the first Thursday in November.
I'd rather have barbecue. His barbecue has come a long way. I have to say, his barbecue has come a long way. Okay. It's really good.
The fine print, but Kevin can barbecue.
Yeah, but Kevin can barbecue.
My husband cooks a lot. I can't complain.
His barbecue. Don't get me wrong. He can cook, but like on the stove. But his barbecue is so good.
As opposed to,
I mean, some people,
I know. So
skillets or
their stove baking is
different, and all that kind of stuff. But his barbecue is good.
My husband is a phenomenal cook. I call him a chef just because he's got some skills in there. Because he likes to get the savory flavors and meld everything together and let it simmer for an hour. And again, we know I'm just like 14-minute spaghetti. I want it now. It's delicious when you make it, but I still want it right now.
Exactly.
So that's why crock pots come in handy.
We're busy. We don't have time to sit there and wait for it.
We're very busy. But today, National Men Make Dinner Day.
That sounds good to me.
Coming up on the show today, we have Scott Little. Now, Scott was here a month or so ago when we first talked about his 50 for 50 project. I think it's a fantastic concept that he has here. Well, the date is getting closer, so we want to talk about some of the organizations that still need to be adopted.
Exactly.
Or the requests on the list. And then John Curtis is going to be here from the Yuma Chamber of Commerce talking about the 6th annual Plug-in All Around Arizona. It will be arriving in Yuma. And this is about electric vehicles and charging infrastructure.
Okay.
And look at how everything has evolved. I mean, we have more and more of the electric vehicles that I see here. We have the charging station in Gila Bend. I never even realized that's what that was.
Yeah, the Tesla charging.
And we have it here as well.
Where are they at here?
They're at the Hilton.
Okay.
There's actually 3.
There are 3 here?
There's
grab the
there's 3 different charging locations.
Because
I don't know if they're all
electric vehicle.
I don't know if they're all for Tesla per se, but I'm pretty sure there's 3 charging stations. There's one right there at City Hall.
Oh yes, that's right.
There's one.
That's for their vehicles. I know that if you have a vehicle that needs to be charged, you can speak with them and they
make
will
arrangements.
Make arrangements. But I know that they have some electric vehicles.
Exactly, which is exciting.
Yes.
We're moving away from fossil fuel, which is something I highly, but I stand behind firmly.
Yeah.
There is. Now you're going to put me on the spot. I remember City Hall.
The Hilton.
The Pivot Point
yes.
area has charging stations. And I don't remember the third one, but I know there's a third one. And I want to say it's further towards the foothills.
If somebody knows, let us know.
But I remember there's 3.
All right. And you drive a vehicle that's like a hybrid, don't you? Yesterday when we were... Well, I never really paid attention to your vehicle. I mean, I know what it looks like and things, but when we were taking down our decorations yesterday, we were parked and you were waiting for us so that you can back in. And I was like, is her car on or off? It sounded like
it was off.
But it sounded like almost like a little go-kart when you started it. It didn't even sound like a regular vehicle.
Yeah. So when I have a Saturn Vue hybrid, and so when I stop, the engine shuts off to conserve energy, and then it has a huge battery pack in the back that helps that transitioning between using the engine and then it being shut off. So it helps boost starting it again.
Okay. So, yeah, it sounded like a little, almost like a go-kart or something.
Yeah, so. I can see that.
All right. Again, we have John Curtis coming up on the show. He's going to have all that information for us. And then Scott will be sharing more details about his 5450 project. And we have more information. Theresa has something right there.
Yeah, we have a reminder tonight that Alice Burns School has a Lutz takeover tonight. They want you to come and support the Alice Burns School's Relay for Life team and the Variety Pack team with the support of JB Farms tonight from 4 to 8 p.m. at Lutz Casino. 15% of the sales will be donated to the American Cancer Society. And usually you just tell your server, hey, you're here to support Relay for Life at Alice Burns, and they'll make sure that goes to the appropriate places.
Mary says the Landing restaurant has a sign on the side of the building to charge your electric vehicles.
The Landing.
Oh my God, I know there's 3.
And Steve Moreno texted me, and he said, outdoor cooking is the way to go. The house doesn't get, and I can say it now because the jar's gone, it gets hot.
Yeah.
But you know what? Not as many dishes to wash, too. Because unless they come in and clean up after themselves, it's almost not worth it.
Yeah, well, you know what? I can't complain because, last night I cooked for my mother-in-law, and she does dishes and cleans afterwards, so I can't complain.
I need to borrow Leah.
As long as you cook, I'm sure she wouldn't mind.
All right, we are going to go ahead and take a quick break here on Today in Yuma on Z93 Outlaw Country, MonsterMediaYuma.com. The show is brought to you by Classic Accounting. Let them take the stress out of doing your business payroll taxes. Locally owned and operated since 1986. Schedule your business consultation today at 343-1040.
And Sprague Sports. Sprague's is the home of Yuma's only indoor shooting range, and they're your hunting and shooting headquarters on 32nd Street next to Lowe's.
And Quick Refrigeration. They're family owned and operated, and they've been heating and cooling the Yuma area since 1955. Tomorrow's free filter Friday. Visit getcoolquick.com. We'll be back right after this.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are ya?
Groovy. I have a 4th location.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. It's at the Garden Oasis RV Park.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know that one.
It's,
that?
it's just west of Avenue B
Okay.
and south of 8th Street. It's in there. So yes.
Right over here.
Yeah. This is Avenue B.
Yes.
Okay.
And then that's 8th Street.
8th Street is right here. So it's like right over here.
Yeah. So it's yeah. Honey, right over there.
Yeah, right over there. I didn't know about that one.
And Jerry.
We'll flip-flop.
Yeah, we'll flip-flop him.
Oh, yeah, he is here.
Oh, let's bring Scott in, too. Come on in, Scott.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you doing?
Don't forget you're on Facebook Live.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Scott, John Curtis.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
He is with the 50 for 50 project.
And he's explained what that means.
Well, if you listen to us on a regular basis, John, you would know.
Well, I'm listening sporadic. Sometimes I'm working and not listening.
He's a busy
Sometimes
man.
he's working.
He's a busy man. We'll give him some credit.
Sometimes I'm working.
I did pick up on
I
that.
ran into a buddy of mine, a Durashield, working on Deb's car. He goes, "Do you actually work?"
I'm working every day. And
Scott,
when you
go
see
ahead and
me,
pull
if I
your
have
mic
the
closer
shirt
to
on,
you.
I'm working.
I have friends of mine that say, "So is this a part-time thing? You're still at the paper, right?" I go,
It's because you look like you're having so much fun.
I am having
and
fun.
It doesn't.
It's been already like 5 years, right?
3 years.
Okay,
a little over 3 years.
Well, okay.
But it's a 12-hour a day job.
Yeah.
It doesn't turn off.
No, it really does not turn
We
out.
understand.
Yes, we do.
I'd have it no other way.
No, I don't know any other way.
I have, like you guys, I thrive on chaos.
Well, we don't thrive on it. It's just a staple.
Yeah, it is.
It's a staple. I'm going to steal that one.
All right, we
Oh,
got that.
yeah, we saw a little while.
This is your segment, so I'm just kind of hanging out.
That's okay. That's fine.
My comment was going to be, if it's man makes a dinner day, but I take you to Lutz, does that kind of count?
He's going to get out
Because
of
you're
it
not
today.
barbecuing. So
He's
it's
going to
still-
get out of it today so that we can go support.
But I'm sure a man in the kitchen at Lutz is cooking the meal, so
I guess it works. And he's not barbecuing.
There you
So the
go.
best thing you make is reservations.
no, I was an executive chef in my other life.
Really?
Really?
That's awesome. What's
Poutine.
your favorite?
Well-
What's your favorite dish to cook?
I do a shrimp scampi that will blow your mind. I do a lobster thermidor that's just out of this
You
world.
like seafood?
Do you make anything I like?
How about
Not seafood.
Oh, how about I do a derivative of a veal scallopini, but I use pork tenderloin
Okay.
because people can't wrap their head around
Yeah,
veal. And
yeah.
veal is impossible to get. So I do several veal dishes using pork tenderloin, and most chefs can't tell the difference
Really?
because the texture, the taste is so similar. You can get away
I would
with
eat it if it was pork.
Yes, if it's pork, I would eat it.
Yeah. So yeah.
I'll have to put you to the
All right,
test
I mean,
one day
so-
with Foodylicious.
Sergeant Lori Franklin brought us a pumpkin cheesecake. I mean,
I
you.
do a chicken tip fusilli. It's pretty amazing.
Oh, well, I'd be willing to try that too. All right. I'm hungry.
Hint, hint.
Breakfast is 5:30.
They're saying bring in the food.
Radio people, we like food. We're getting food today.
What?
We're getting food today.
Oh, yeah. I got to go pick that platter up.
Okay. All right, we ready?
Yep. Welcome back to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Theresa.
We are here live on Z93, Outlaw Country, and MonsterMediaYuma.com, plus Facebook Live. Don't forget to get your entries in for the various contests like this next one.
Yes.
Subway. We have a $10 Subway card. All you need to do is text the keyword Subway to 928-343-0993 by 10 a.m. You have about 39 and a half minutes right now. Get those entries in. You can text as often as you like. Please text responsibly. Standard text rates do apply. Tomorrow is World Sandwich Day.
Yes, it is.
And what is really cool, the great folks at Subway, they have a special. If you buy any size sub and a 30-ounce drink, they will give you another sub for free, but they will also provide a meal for Feeding America.
Yeah.
You can help feed another family. So just by going down and taking advantage of World Sandwich Day tomorrow at Subway.
Sounds good.
Now the free sub is of equal or lesser price. So do keep that in mind. So take a friend and get them lunch or have them buy yours.
I think
Works
it's
out.
awesome. They give you a sub and then they turn around and feed somebody else. So I think that's great.
It's a great partnership there. Now next up with us in the studio, Scott Little with the 50 for 50 project is back.
Good morning.
Good morning. Now we have a deadline looming.
We have a big deadline. Absolutely. On November 18th is the end of the 50 days that we do the 50 for 50 project. And so it's, again, 50 organizations that have adopted 50 nonprofits to get tangible needs, things they need in 50 days. And November 18th is the 50th day, so we're pushing hard right now.
How many more are you looking for?
We still have 11 organizations that need to be adopted.
Oh, that's not
so
bad.
We've really hit pretty hard. We got most of them adopted. You know, the big things that we're looking for now at the end of this is really having people who aren't involved in the project just bring items for those organizations.
It doesn't take a lot. I printed out the list here of the items that have, or the sponsor needs, the adoption needs here, and it's 50for50project.com.
Correct.
All right, go in there and you can click on the needs list, and let me see some of the ones that still need to be adopted. Do you have your information? Yours might be easier to read than mine.
I do.
Okay.
So we have Humane Society of Yuma, and they're just looking for basic things like kitty litter and cat food and dog food.
Stuff
and
that the Humane Society would use.
Absolutely.
Necessities.
Exactly. The Children's Museum, they have some pretty big needs. Smile is service maximizing independent living. They're looking for things like talking watches and talking alarm clocks and magnifying glasses, things that will help make people independent. Helping Hands is looking for gas cards, you know. And so when I go through a number of these things, I look at some of the stuff that is consistent throughout them. And so things that are consistent like men's underwear and T-shirts and socks and tennis shoes, gift cards to Walmart, gas cards, diapers, wipes, school supplies, craft supplies. Those are all things that would help meet some of the needs of these organizations.
So I know that we are aware of what the 50/50 project is, 50/450. But somebody that may have missed our previous show where you were on, kind of give them an idea, the idea behind this.
Okay. What happened is honestly, I turned 50 years old. And there's a point where you begin to look back on your life and say, you know, wow, I've really been blessed. This has been a pretty good life, and I've had my ups and downs and struggles like everybody has. But, you know, I've always had a house. I've always had food. My kids have always been able to go to school, you know, in good clothes and that kind of thing. And I thought, you know, I don't want a big party. I want to give back to the community. And so I thought, I'll just get, you know, a couple of my friends together and we'll do this project of giving back to some nonprofit organizations. Talked to a friend of mine and he said, you know, you're not thinking big enough. and I said, okay, well, what does that mean? He says, I think you should do 50 organizations in 50 days. And so that's how it started. And that was 4 years ago. So 54 now means FOUR. But it's grown to a place where even organizations are coming to us before we even kick it off and say, hey, are you doing the 50 for 50 again this year? Here's what our needs are. Gift cards are great because organizations can store those in a drawer.
Yes.
But places that need diapers and wipes have people coming in and just saying, I'm out of money and I don't know what to do and I need to change my child. Can I get some diapers and wipes? It's a simple thing that we can all provide. And, you know, how many times do we walk through Walmart and pass by the huge diaper display or the huge wipe display and don't even think about it? Well, hopefully the 50 for 50 kind of causes people to go, I can stop and do this.
It increases that awareness.
Absolutely.
I'm looking at one here, and we know the great folks from Right Turn for Yuma Veterans. I see that it's still open. They have not been adopted, but they have a variety of things, and you don't have to cover everything on the list, maybe one item. They're looking for 25 pairs of tennis shoes, size 9 to 13, and 25 packages of underwear, large, extra large, double XL, 25 pairs of socks, and 25 shirts, white or colored, all various sizes of T-shirts. And bus passes would also be an option because they're dealing with veterans who are trying to integrate back into the workforce. And that's where the shoes come in handy too.
Correct.
And again, that's the Right Turn for Yuma Veterans. They are available for adoption. If you want to do all of it, that'd be amazing. If you can just do a package of underwear or a pack of socks. Every little bit adds up. That's why I like that you're doing it in the format you are, Scott. So kind of explain that part again.
Well, really what we looked at for 50 for 50 is that most nonprofits, they oftentimes when they go for donations, they're looking for some major sponsors, which is absolutely perfect. That's what they need to do. But the average person can't always afford to give things like that. So, but the average person probably could go through and get a case of canned goods or diapers or wipes or underwear or tennis shoes. And they can just stop and pick those up. And it's a way for them to say, I'm giving something tangible to this organization. And so, and when you think about Right Turn is one that's really close to my heart because I know what they do. And I know that many times these are veterans that are coming off some really hard times, trying to get their life straight. And, you know, I'm fortunate. I get to walk to a drawer, pull out a pair of underwear, and I'm ready to go. These guys don't always have that option. And so to be able to give them something that we think is normal, they would say this is a treat. You know, and so anybody can provide that.
Well, for that one, before you leave, if you can stick around a little bit longer, we were working on a project here for a while, and we were making, sometimes I get a wild hair, and we were doing T-shirts, painting T-shirts with different stencil letters and stuff. So I kind of went overboard and bought a bunch of T-shirts. They're the Gildan brand, various sizes.
Oh, great.
And they're unisex. I will give you all of those because I'm not going to get around it.
We don't have time to do that anymore.
And that way I know they're going to a fantastic cause. Someone will be able to put them to use, and they're not sitting in my office in a box.
Absolutely.
All right, I'll do that before you head out. Now, the event will take place on November 18th.
November 18th, it'll be at Stone Ridge Church, which is on the corner of Araby and 24th at 6300 24th Avenue. And all we do from 10 to 2, we're just inviting people to come out. You can grab a hot dog and some chips, but you can also walk around and see how all of these organizations are truly being blessed by the Yuma community.
I think it also gives you the chance visually, because a lot of people are visual individuals. They'll look and see, there's just not a lot there. Okay, that might be one. Maybe I can run out and come back.
Correct.
Because the event goes on how long?
It goes from 10 to 2 on the 18th.
On the 18th.
Yeah, and then if people say, you know what, I can't make it out to the church, I really don't have time to go to the store, you can go to the website and donate as well. If it's something you say, I really want to do this, and you can put in the memo, I want it specifically for this organization. And then we'll get some shoppers, and they'll take it, and they'll go out and buy the items for you.
Well, and like Jen said, you know, if you actually go out to the event, it's a chance for you to see, like, the impact that you're making by your donation if you've already done it, and like she said, the need. There's maybe organizations that didn't get everything that they needed, and they're obviously there, you know, so you can physically see what is going on, and that's a lot better than...
Absolutely. The other really cool thing about it is that you begin to see how generous Yuma really is.
Yuma is a phenomenal community.
It is phenomenal.
I don't know that I've ever heard of one that steps up as much as our fellow humans do to take care of our own.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, go to 50for50project.com. Scott mentioned the donate button. It's over on the right side of the page. It's a PayPal link, correct?
Yes.
But you don't need a PayPal account. You can just use a credit or debit card, whatever you want to use. It is secure. Make a donation of any amount there.
Absolutely.
And are you guys 501c3 nonprofit, or are we hoping to work towards that maybe?
We are definitely nonprofit.
Okay.
Actually, the project was really built that there is no there's no overhead.
Okay.
I am fortunate to work in a job where they're saying, we want you to do this.
Oh, good.
So all of my salary to
nice.
help offset this is paid.
Oh, that's phenomenal.
So everything we do is either, you know, we've had people who say, I just want to give for like your printing and some of that kind of stuff. So we'll have people donate for the project just for some administrative costs, but everything else goes strictly to these organizations. So we try and keep it very low so it gets to where it's needed.
All right.
Fantastic.
Lots of opportunities to donate. Again, monetary donations are accepted through 50for50project.com, and quite a list. And again, there are a bunch of little things on there too if you feel that might be something you might be able to do.
Yeah, it's been kind of fun because we've actually had families sign up and say, I just want to be anonymous, but we want to take on this organization.
Oh, that's great.
And that's what's really cool about it, is that there's people who also just say, I'm into it, let's go. You know, so.
Well, we hope for more of that. We got 11 more, like you said, 11 more organizations that need to be covered, and every little bit helps. Even if you can just pick up 1 or 2 extra things, Sam's Club is awesome because you can get a lot for not as much. So definitely go to 5450project.com.
That's the number 50, FOR 50project.com.
That's right.
All right, our guest today, Scott Little. We have to go take our Lotus Sea Spa Salon selfie with Scott. Because you have that awesome T-shirt on today, too. We are going to take a break here on Today in Yuma on Z93, Outlaw Country, MonsterMediaYuma.com. Don't forget, on Facebook Live, courtesy of FTS Automotive. The show is brought to you by Classic Accounting. Tax season is coming. Classic Accounting has over 30 years of tax experience, locally owned and operated since 1986. They have 2 locations to serve you. Call 343-1040.
And Sprague Sports, the Sprague's family is proud to offer shooters a clean, comfortable, safe place to shoot, train, and educate. The range facility is dedicated to the memory of George W. Sprague, and a diehard shooter, competitor, and enthusiast. Sprague Sport, 32nd Street, next to Lowe's.
And tomorrow's Friday. What does that mean?
Free Filter Friday.
That's right. Stop by Quick Refrigeration on Fridays for free filters. Take in your old air filter, and they will give you a free standard 1-inch air filter at 190 West 10th Street. We'll be back right after this with John Curtis from the Yuma County Chamber of Commerce.
I already got the Friday question. I was going to say, it's Cat Shirt Friday.
Well, it is Cat Shirt Friday.
Oh, yeah,
It
exactly.
is Cat Shirt Friday, too.
So, do you sell these T-shirts?
Well, we did the first years, and then we haven't because more people are interested in
Putting their money towards
putting money
something else.
towards something
I'm
else.
gonna, in the next break, I'm gonna say you can bring gift cards and stuff to the event.
Oh, okay.
I wrote it out. You said yes. So
Okay, perfect. All right, come on out. We'll take that selfie, and then I told him I'm gonna give him those T-shirts I got when we were making custom T-shirts. I have it stacked in there.
Awesome.
Come on over, Scott.
Where do you want me?
Right here in the middle.
Right here in the middle. Okay.
Hey, you're not fighting with the sun today.
Yay!
Smile! Maybe not. I have to actually push the button.
Cool.
today.
All right, let me run grab this.
Wonderful.
Did you want to make a pitch at Good Morning Yuma and take a minute soapbox and talk about this?
I would love to.
Because every one of those organizations are chamber members, so I can make that connection.
I would love to. That would be awesome.
With a pivot point, get there. I'll carve you out a minute. You can make your pitch.
Awesome.
Okay?
Absolutely.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much.
I love it. Everybody's working together.
Yay. The beautiful thing about Yuma.
That's right. That's right.
You have a great one.
Thank you. You too.
Jen's grabbing those T-shirts for you.
Yeah.
Okay? Oh, we still got a minute and a half. We're good.
Thanks for squeezing me in. This was great.
No problem. She saw your release and she's like, you need to talk about this.
The project landed on my desk yesterday.
Oh, really? Wow.
It's beautiful outside.
I know. Can we just move the desk
Yeah.
out into the courtyard?
Imagine how loud the rooster would be out there.
No, he's not. He has not come back yet, even though we took the witch down. But Lindsay from the art center, I was telling her how we took the witch down, and I seen one of the chickens here this morning, and she goes, "You should just get a scarecrow." It's and I was like, I have a fall scarecrow in my closet that's not up, so I'm gonna bring it here and stick it in there, so maybe
All right.
we'll keep them away.
Well, be a year-round scarecrow.
Would an
That's
owl
fine.
work?
Yeah, I think it would.
A what?
An owl.
Up in our cabin, we have a fake owl. And it works. It keeps critters away. And
She worked very well. I was surprised
Yeah.
that she. And then we took her down yesterday because she was Halloween.
But she scared the cat because he'd be out there eating and he'd go like this.
He would look up at, and then he would turn so that his face
Yeah, he
turned
didn't
instead
want
of
his
his
back
back
to
to
her.
her.
but
Yeah.
it didn't stop the cat from eating, though, did it?
No,
No.
because Jen feeds him. So
I went out this morning because I didn't want to interrupt you
I
guys.
hadn't fed him. Yet.
I had a can left in there, so I gave him the can. I came out, and the chicken was eating it too. So
Oh.
I threw an orange at it. One that had fallen off and had bugs.
They're a nuisance. They were okay; we could tolerate them, but they just started making the worst mess. During the summer, it's bad because they're here they stay in the lilies because it's cool, and I can understand they're just trying to stay cool. But geez, they make a mess.
They are messy.
And when we're the ones out there scraping it up, it's not fun. Ready?
Yep. Welcome back to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Theresa.
We are live here on Z93 Outlaw Country and MonsterMediaYuma.com. And we want to thank Scott Little from the 50 for 50 Project.
Yes.
Next, we have an opportunity. Lots of giveaways today. Another texting contest here. That text line is going to be blowing up.
Like I said, I'm surprised that our representative has not called and says, "What are you guys doing over there? And tell me how to do it because you guys are going crazy."
Right now, we have a family pack of tickets to the Shrine Circus. It's coming up on November 10th. Now, this is good for 2 adults and 3 children. It's a $78 value. Wow. And all you need to do is text the keyword circus to enter. That's 928-343-0993. You will get a bounce back. That way you know you are entered correctly.
Again, what's the keyword?
The keyword is circus. And for this, you need to text by noon today.
Okay.
All right, and again, it's taking place at the Yuma County Fairgrounds. You can get tickets at eventbrite.com. That's BRITE.
Sounds good.
Lots of fun. All right, now next up with us, John Curtis with the Chamber of Commerce is back.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
Great. Thanks for letting me bounce in early and listen to Scott's presentation, because I wrote him a little note. Can I bring gift cards and stuff to the event itself? He said, sure. So at Stone Ridge Church on November 18th from 10 to 2, you can bring T-shirts and gift cards and things like that as well. So there's an opportunity to help out.
I think it's going to be a great event.
I think so too.
Now, you are here today, John, to talk about the 6th annual Plug and Play all around Arizona.
It's an interesting concept in that there's this gentleman. His name is Jerry Asher. He's a retired U.S. Army Sergeant Major, and he is a member of the Tucson Electric Vehicle Association, which is a chapter of the nationwide nonprofit Electric Auto Association. And what he does, he goes around the state and goes to Flagstaff, Sierra Vista, Yuma, et cetera, with this story and this concept of talking about electric vehicles and charging infrastructure and how these stations can actually benefit your business and get the word out to people, how to use an app. And the app is called, I want to get it right, I had it here a minute ago, the Plug Share app, where you can go to plugshare.com and it'll show you every charging station in the country, which is kind of cool. So if you're on the road, you're coming in from California or whatever, you can go to plugshare.com. Where are the charging stations in Yuma, as an example? So we have 4. I heard the discussion on the drive-in. There are 4. The Pivot Point Conference Center is for Tesla only.
Okay.
And the one at City Hall is for everybody's use, as you guys were discussing. The one at between the landing and the little Coronado gift shop there in the parking lot of the Yuma Landing. And then there's one at Garden Oasis RV Park.
Okay.
And we're talking about that too. Some of the towables out there, you got the big 43-foot diesel pusher and they're towing vehicles. Why not tow an electric vehicle? I mean, you've already gobbled up a ton of gas getting here, so save a few bucks and have an electric vehicle when you get here. So I think RV Park specifically would be interested in this event we're doing on Monday at the Pivot Point Conference Center.
So the goal is to get as many as we can in our area, so that it's accessible to really anybody.
Right, and the idea of the event, which is at the Pivot Point Conference Center this Monday the 6th at 9:30 to 11 o'clock, this group will be here, and businesses and the general public is welcome. It's free. There's no charge. We'll have refreshments. We'll have tea and water and lemonade, things like that. But to understand more about the culture of electric vehicles, if you will, and understanding there's a whole network out there, and we're way behind. There's cities in Arizona that don't have any charging stations. Mm-hmm. So
as a state, we're behind.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I was surprised that there was as many. I really only knew of. I didn't know the one at the landing, and I didn't know the one about the RV park. I just really knew about the one at the Pivot Point Center. So I was surprised to see how many Yuma had.
You think the conundrum? We lead the country in solar production for electricity. Yet we're behind in charging stations for electric vehicles. Mm-hmm. So there is a huge disconnect, but I'm hoping that with this event, we'll raise awareness of electric vehicles, and we'll talk to folks about the whole infrastructure of the charging networks and how to best access them. Again, all nonprofit organizations are involved, so there's no cash involved. It's a free event. The Chamber is sponsoring the event, just to get the word out there, because I think it's fascinating. We're way behind, but I think as humans do, we catch up quickly.
We do, but I was pretty sure, according to my education from the Jetsons, that we would have flying cars by now. So the electric vehicles and the hybrid are, we're a little behind in Jetsons terminology.
When I was in grade school in the mid-'60s, my essay on America 2000, we were flying Jetson vehicles and we're flying around, that kind of stuff. We are behind there. However, when it comes to electric vehicles, the technology is there. We love our gas-driven motors, but electric is here to stay. Yeah. It really is.
It's not going anywhere.
Yeah, and I like the fact that this organization from Tucson, the Tucson Electric Vehicle Association, is part of the nonprofit Electric Auto Association. So it's a nationwide nonprofit. working on awareness, working on understanding what this thing's all about, and they're going to debunk some myths and just give folks a lot of information on where to charge, how to charge, and talk about the network that's already out there, just nobody knows about it.
Because there's different charging times and different concepts.
Right.
One of the primary introductions I had to this was some show we were watching, and they were trying to transport a body, and they mistakenly took one of the electric cars, didn't have a very good charge.
Oops.
And they were trying to use an app to locate the closest charging station without being found out by the state police. There you go. That's my education in how these electric cars work.
Leave it to Jennifer.
That wasn't very cheerful, actually.
It wasn't very cheerful. However, no, that's what I found out.
They were using the app to try and find the charging
Exactly.
station.
That's where it did come in handy. And this is what I found out, though, that they had the different sizes. And obviously,
and I thought
the quick charges, figure your cell phone.
Yeah,
same
type of
you have a quick charger, rapid charge versus some of the other formats there.
There's a cool video on Facebook. It's facebook.com/plug. It's a 2.5-minute video on plugging all around Arizona. And since it's all around Arizona, they call themselves the P3A team. There's acronyms for everything. I can't get there.
I know, there's acronyms all over this page here.
Yeah, the TIVA and AP3, blah. Anyway, the idea is the video is kind of cool, and Jerry Asher, he's really driving this, and he has a little electric vehicle. He's touring all around Arizona, trying to get to places like outside of Metro Phoenix and Tucson. The charging network just falls off the table. It's not like we don't go to Sierra Vista or Globe or Flagstaff or Prescott or Yuma. We just need to make sure that we're all part of the network and let folks know having a charging station at your business would be good for business.
Well, it'll be good for the community because they're stopping here. I'm assuming, I don't have an electric vehicle, but I'm assuming it takes, an hour or two to charge up this vehicle. So they're going to be visiting all these different...
Maybe you go spend some money at a shop downtown,
exactly.
Or maybe you go to a restaurant and buy some food, or maybe you spend some money while you're here. It just makes a lot of sense. And I'm thinking, if I own an RV park or have a cluster of RV parks, I want to be first in line. To have Garden Oasis RV Park be the first and only one in Yuma, they're ahead of everybody else. And there are some big, huge, smart, intelligent, great RV parks in town. But anyway, I loved that was kind of interesting morsel of tidbit information that Garden Oasis RV Park has the only other electric charging station.
And who knows, they may be reaping the benefits from that
I'm sure they
some
are.
of their residents.
I'm sure that because, again, the RVs are coming down. Again, they might be towing an electric vehicle. Smart ones are. And it just makes a lot of sense to do that. And again, this is the future. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
And this is kind of one of those fun things the Chamber of Commerce gets to do. These opportunities show up out of the blue. Hey, let's talk about electric vehicles. Okay.
Okay, sure.
And it makes sense. And it's going to be a nice event. Again, it's absolutely free. We'll be in the Redondo Room in the Pivot Point Conference Center on Monday at 9:30 in the morning to about 11. And there could be some breakout sessions depending upon if people want to talk about legislation, if they just want to talk about the culture, if they want to talk about other ways to get involved with the electric vehicle idea, and debunk some myths about the cost and all that kind of stuff, because there's stories out there that are just out of whack. But it should be interesting, should be lots of fun, and I get to learn something.
Education.
Here's a big bonus right there.
All right, we are going to take a quick break here on Today in Yuma. We have to take our Lotus Day Spa and Salon selfie with John. You can find those selfies on our website, monstermediayuma.com. Click on the Today in Yuma tab. Scroll down. There's a gallery. Now, if you click the bottom, it'll open up the full gallery. It only shows about 9 pictures on there, I think.
Exactly.
So just come back, check
there's
off
a lot more than that.
Yes, there are a lot more on there. We'll be back right after this. Don't forget, watch us on Facebook Live, courtesy of FTS Automotive. We'll be back.
Thank you, John.
Okay, speaking of chickens, I think Will is back.
As always, you guys are awesome.
Thank you. Oh, yes, I see. I hear. Oh, hello.
It's Wilma.
Hey, Wilma. I'll have to pick up her cat food can.
So evidently that's Wilma.
That's Wilma.
Fred is the rooster. Get me, he's upset. Well, sometimes there's like he's an old caveman.
He is a caveman.
Perfect.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Alrighty.
Appreciate you.
No problem.
And I love the Relay for Life piece, too, because, again, many ways you can get the relay out in. So, cool. Thanks.
Bye.
Appreciate you all.
Bye. Your outfit's cute.
Thank you. It's funny.
I'm loving her hairstyles each
I know.
day. See
Aw,
what
you
she-
guys are
what she's
And you can
doing.
tell how much it's grown already.
I know it has.
I'm glad.
I like it. The way you had it yesterday, I liked it too. Across the top. It was cute.
Thanks.
I'm finally getting my bangs trim on Saturday. I'm so excited.
Apparently we're recording video. It just started video right now. I don't know what the trigger words
Yeah,
are.
I know what trigger word. I figured it out yesterday.
To record?
Yes, when we were driving yesterday.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
It's not appropriate,
I figured as much.
but it was, I guess
Was it an explicative?
It was, and it was hilarious because we were leaving, and I said it, and she goes, "Well, obviously my phone recognizes that because it wants to record." And thankfully, it didn't.
You know what?
I think
That's,
it thought it was something else.
it's
Sure, it did. I think Jen uses that secretly all the time.
It's interesting to me that phones are now voice activated that way. Talk about entrapment opportunities.
Well,
Seriously.
oh yeah, easily.
Because you could just be having a conversation, use your drop word, and record the whole conversation. That's the world we live in today.
Of course, I'd be doing like some secret undercover work, and hello, we can hardly get Smile to work sometimes.
Sometimes,
and I'm thinking I have it, and I've got him. Watch too much crime drama.
You're so funny.
I'm just saying.
Just
We're
saying.
accidentally recording things that...
Jen sent me some doozies of text sometimes.
Amber says that's a scary thought.
It is.
It is. I mean, seriously, I agree.
There's times where her text message, her voice doesn't turn off after she sent me a text, and I'll just get random texts of the radio talking, and then they don't. It doesn't make sense at all.
When she's here early on Thursdays, she'll say, "Hey, do you want me to stop by and pick you up a tea?" And then it's random Kid Craddock in the morning, and she's like, "What the heck?
What the heck is this?
Here, turn this up." Remember, delivery is available.
Oh, this is you want to hear?
It's gonna stick in my head. This is Jennifer Blackwell.
It is. It does get. It does.
Yeah,
get.
the full jingle rotates in there too. So that's why I'll hear it and I'm like, I walk around. It's an earworm. It's a good one though.
It's one of... okay, so Jen doesn't move to music very often. So, Jimmy, this is testimony to you and your jingle because it gets her moving.
Come here.
Are you ready?
Yep. Welcome back to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Theresa.
Special thanks to John Curtis for stopping by today to talk about the Plug It All Around Yuma event that will be taking place on Monday. Now, what's funny, John talked about writing a report back in grade school about how he envisioned the future of different things.
Yeah.
And that kind of tied in nicely. I didn't tell you guys about it during break, but we're talking about the devices, the auto record and stuff like that.
Yeah.
In college, I had a public speaking class, and we had to give an impromptu speech.
Okay.
And we did have, it wasn't like, okay, you get up right now and speak. That's kind of the concept of that. But it involved a presentation. So mine was about having a typewriter that could be voice activated. Well, look at our phones now.
Yeah.
Look at all the technology.
You use that as
that we've
technology
had. And
at least once a month.
Even before the phones would do that, we had the Dragon speaking
Yes,
software.
yeah,
You could
exactly.
transcribe other information. But look how, I was a visionary back in the early 90s.
See, if you
Too bad you-
I wasn't visionary enough to
I was
have
gonna say,
apply
backing
it.
to
if you
make
would
it.
have actually put that on paper, you could have been on Shark Tank and made $1 million.
I did, but it was on paper a long time ago.
But
Not-
you
not
can
current
have a
Shark
thought,
Tank.
but if you don't follow
Yeah,
up
if you
on
don't
your
act
thought,
on it, or
it's just
again,
a thought.
have the-
That's Kevin's famous thing. When we were watching, shows, when we actually do watch commercials, it's funny because we'll see something, a product on there, and he's like, "I had that idea." Or I'll see something and like he had talked to me before, like, "Wouldn't this be cool?" Da, da, da. And we see it, and I'm like, "See, you should have acted on it back then when you had that idea." And now somebody else is making it.
That's true. Well, there's a new show out. It's got Bobby Moynihan in it and John Larroquette, and I don't remember the name of the younger guy, but you're going through, it's 3 different generations of the same character. It's called Me, Myself, and I.
Oh, I saw that.
And he's an inventor.
And they all look very different.
They do. My husband says, "Wait, isn't Bobby Moynihan like 5'10" and John Larroquette 6'3"?
Yeah,
I know,
it's
but
very weird.
Obviously, you will never see them side by side because it's all 3. I think it's 14 or 15 He turned 40 in 2017, and then it's in the future.
Okay.
42. Again, my math's not my forte here. But it's a really interesting concept because they're going through some of the different inventions that he has. And obviously, when he's the 62 or 65-year-old character, he's a billionaire.
Yeah.
So he did well with something, but you're kind of going through the process. It's really interesting to learn about it.
I'm looking forward to seeing when Eli starts to do that type of thing in school. What do you see for the future? You know, what do you see in 20, 30 years from now? I mean, I know what like you said, you were like, why don't we have Jetsons? Why don't we have flying cars yet? All this kind of stuff. But I'm curious to see what Eli thinks, because they're so technology driven. I mean, in the classroom they have their iPads and things like that, and oh my goodness, their math is
I couldn't even the technology that we have now, I wouldn't have even envisioned any part of it.
Oh no!
You know, we're even it wasn't
even the radio technology, because you've been in for a long time.
Yes,
and the leaps and bounds that they've made in just our industry.
We were talking musically about 8-tracks the other day, and Dan with FTS Automotive was here earlier, and he said they were talking about it in their office, and one of his guys goes, "What's that?" So I don't know if they found something online to show him. I go, that wasn't really too far back where that was the concept.
Eli was here at the studio for a little bit yesterday, and I have a tape sitting in the production room, and he asked me, he goes, "What is this?"
Cassette?
Yeah, a cassette tape, and I tell him what it is, and he's looking at it like, how is this supposed to work? And then I thought about the video I saw online where they told kids, this plays music, and they're putting it up to their ear trying to figure it out. It was hilarious, but it's something that they don't know.
Children these days will never know the struggle of having to fast forward and rewind a cassette.
No.
Or having
press record.
Yeah.
Press record on the songs because you're trying to record it off there. And then you're mad. And it's funny because all DJs still do this, but I remember trying to record our songs off the radio, and then the DJ, talks all the way up until the lyrics start, and you're like, no, stop, so that it runs over.
I want the whole
because
song.
there's things we have to do to get in there.
I know.
Or
I understand that now, but back then I was mad.
And this was barely part of my generation, but the record players where you had to put just enough weight on the needle. We would have like a penny or a nickel or something on top of the needle to help weigh it down. Sometimes they would lose the tension.
In there.
In the arm.
Oh, the struggles of being a child from years gone by. And then, even just going through, we had the 8-tracks, or the records, 8-tracks, cassettes, CDs, and now you have your audio files, your MP3s, your WAV, and things like that. So we have changed considerably, even just within the last 30 years.
Yes.
I mean, so many things.
We were at one of the local stores here, and I was looking for just a straight AM FM radio, just so that you could carry it with you, put your headphones in and listen to it. And it was so hard to find. But you know what we did find? Discmans.
Discman?
Yeah, they still have Discmans on the shelves, and I would never known unless I was in that area. But yeah, they still had, and Kevin goes, I didn't even know they still made these. Yeah. Well,
I think a year ago, Jace, something happened to his phone, and that's how he listened to his music when he would go running or working out. And I said, hang on, I got you. And I came in, and I got him an MP3 player when he was 8 or 9.
Yeah.
And it was probably at the time expensive for then, but it was basically garbage. You could probably store 9 songs on it. He never had an iPod. We weren't an iOS type family or anything like that. But I had an MP3 player. Well, I don't think we could figure out how to make it work, or it just stopped working. So I went digging around in the laundry room, and I go, however, I have a Discman. He goes, what do I do with that? I go, wear sweats, put it in your pocket, but don't run too fast or you'll make it skip.
Yeah, hold it in your hand or something, because hold it steady because it will skip. That's hilarious. Did he use it?
No.
Oh, man.
He looked at me like I was an idiot.
I wanted him to know the struggle. It was always a struggle.
Well, I think my husband we'd purchased one car, and it didn't have a CD player in it, but he had a bunch of CDs.
Yeah.
So we had the cassette adapter,
yep.
And you would hit a bump, and it would skip.
Yep.
Or scratch the disc.
Yep, it definitely was. I remember those days.
I like now that you can pull music up on your phone when you're driving, and you can go through the different options from the steering wheel.
Yes.
I mean, I thought my dad was magic when he was driving the car without touching the gas. He was using cruise control.
It
was the 70s, and we're like, how is he doing that?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
No.
Yeah.
And technology, gotta love it.
Times have changed.
So much
Well,
fun.
coming up tomorrow on the show, we have a lot of stuff happening, more giveaways. It's also Catch Shirt Friday, and I've got something pretty cool. I'm working on the prize pack for that.
Okay.
And I like to put different little things in it each week.
Do you have a Thanksgiving cat shirt?
I do not as of yet. Challenge accepted.
I'm challenging you only because you have. I don't think you've recycled a cat shirt.
I have not, and I will not all year long. Starting in January, I will begin the process of repetition. I will have purchased enough or acquired
for all the seasons
enough cat shirts. Yes.
Okay. So.
I probably need I only have 2 Christmas cat shirts, maybe 3. I don't recall, but I have enough. Now I'll have to find a Thanksgiving shirt.
I love the ugly sweater shirts that they have out right now because there's quite a few with cute cats on them.
All right, I'm all over that.
I will be. No, but Thanksgiving's first. You got to find a Thanksgiving one.
I'll work on that.
I'm sure you can find it.
And I also think that I might be getting something for my birthday that will allow me to do woodworking.
Oh, really?
Yes, because I have some turkey ideas in store. Again, I have more ideas than time.
Oh, is that what you enlisted your dad's help with?
No. Oh. No, I enlisted myself with that.
Okay.
But I didn't have any of the stuff, so I'm like, Dad, what's better, a jigsaw or table saw?
I was going to say, are you getting a saw?
He goes, what are you doing? And I go, I'm not going to tell you. But he's probably happy I'm doing it, but terrified I might cut a limb off.
Yeah.
But no.
But you do have, what do you call it? What are the hedge trimmer?
Oh, yeah, I got a hedge trimmer.
And she used it herself, so I'm pretty proud of you for that.
Yes, I trimmed all the hedges in front of the house and the bird paradise tree. I got all those cut back, too.
Oh, my goodness.
And then,
now she's moving on to some other hardware.
I had wood shop in high school.
So did I junior high.
I remember the stuff. My dad is a phenomenal woodworker, and all my uncles. So it's in my lineage.
Okay.
I have the genetics to create stuff.
We'll stick with that.
But see, I'm going to combine my scrapbooking skills and my woodworking skills, and I'm going to come up with some magic.
Okay.
All right.
I'm excited to see what
I'm not
you have
going to say
going on.
when because I'm not going to tie myself down to a timeline.
Okay.
But I need some wood. I need wood. I'm going to have the equipment.
I'm sure you can go see Toby. He can hook you up with
down at Southwest Lumber.
Yes.
All right. Again, today in Yuma, thank you all so much for tuning in. If you have an event coming up, your organization has a fundraiser, something you would like to have us share with the community, you can always give us a call at 782-4321 or go to our website.
Yes, monstermediayuma.com. We have lots of, if you go to the Today in Yuma tab, you can find it right there. There's a little entry form.
That's right. Send us your info. It comes to both Theresa and myself, and we will work on scheduling to get you or a representative in. Or if you're scared, we have some people that are a little bit nervous.
Yes.
Just send us the information. We can share it on social media and then talk about it on the radio.
Yes, don't forget we have a ton of giveaways going on. Subway, SUBWAY, to the Monster Message line.
Circus, CIRCUS. We also have a giveaway on the station Facebook page. Go there now. Get your entries in for that. That's for the tickets at Ricky's Other Place tomorrow.
Yes, Ricky's Other Place has a show. One Drop is coming to town again, which is they never let you down. It's always a great show, so definitely want to get in for a pair of tickets to see One Drop tomorrow at Ricky's Other Place.
We will see you tomorrow. Z93 and Outlaw Country, KCYK Yuma and KLJZ Yuma.
I forgot.
Right.
Go ahead.
Hi, everyone.
I forgot to mention.
Thanks,
I wanted
Anita.
to mention it today. Yesterday, Sarah had asked us if we had anybody that tried that trick on their kids so that they ate their candy.
Oh, yeah?
One of my friends, Danielle, she tried to do it to her oldest daughter, and she was like, Kalia, she told her, I ate all the candy, and she was like, you're going to get lots of cavities. And she goes, you're not mad? She goes, no, but you're going to get lots of cavities. And I started laughing. I was like, that was not the reaction I'm sure that she was
anticipating.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
All right, guys.
Good to
Happy
go, Jen.
Friday,
All right.
Junior. Have a great day.
And she